LaMelo Ball, or just Melo, the youngest son of LeVar, rose to national prominence during the 2015-16 season as a sub-6-foot freshman when he, along with his older brothers, senior and future second overall draft pick Lonzo Ball and junior LiAngelo, led their local public high school, Chino Hills, to an undefeated season, crowning it with a national and California state title. Over the next 4 years, LaMelo would undergo substantial physical and mental development as he matured. Led by his father's aspirations and vision, he would go play in a low-level league in Lithuania, then his father's own JBA league that mixed AAU vibes along with the 1960s pace. He would next go to Ohio, where he would play for Spire Academy and begin his relationship with trainer to this day, Jermaine Jackson. With his NCAA eligibility in question due to his professional playing career and already profiting off his own name with his signature shoe, he would decide to play for the Illawarra Hawks of Australia's NBL, a top league in the world. Over this same time period, he would grow from 5'10" to 6'7". That's 4 inches taller than the league average at his point guard position. He would go from scoring 92 while pulling up triple teamed or from half court to averaging the second most assists in a top flight league. Not that assist is a definite identifier of unselfishness, but you get the trend. He gained a tremendous amount of maturity due to his unique path, and the world witnessed due to his father's ambitions culminating into Ball in the Family, a reality TV show on Facebook. Also social media, where he currently still has a larger following than athletes such as NBA sensation Zion Williamson. National networks like ESPN, who have featured him since 9th grade, and so on. We all watched, and still can watch, young Melo putting off his workouts to play video games. Being immature for a professional, but not for his age. We would see the young fella, chubby-cheeked with buck teeth, reminiscent of a chipmunk with braces, using his high-pitched voice to blurt out language that I wouldn't recommend myself. And just overall being a teenager. But quickly he'd become more dedicated to his craft and grow his game. His voice would attain some bass. He'd become more selective with his words and behavior, overall just maturing as most people do in those crucial development years of being a teenager. Although he did sacrifice experiences that many, including myself, enjoyed during those years, he would now be quicker to adapt to the NBA lifestyle. A situation where many struggle, as anyone, no matter what socioeconomic background you come from, aren't ready for the fame and instant financial gain that being an NBA draft pick bestows upon you. Who could have expected this? Two brothers have never been drafted in the top 5 before. I mean, there's been athletes we followed since they were a youth, but hardly any of them mature in front of our eyes like Melo. He's one of a kind. As I write this, I attempt not to make this story about his father. He has a great mother, and besides, this story is about LaMelo. But his career is shaped by the dream of his father. Yes, the gregarious man doing the Muhammad Ali impression. But also the dreamer, who made a plan and took action in order to make it happen. And now, he's the first with 2 sons that were top 5 picks in the NBA draft, serving as an inspiration to what black men can be as businessmen and as fathers. Speaking of black businessmen, did you know, out of 31 National Hockey League teams, 30 Major League Baseball teams, 32 National Football League teams, and 30 National Basketball Association teams, there is only one black controlling majority owner, Michael Jordan of the Charlotte Hornets. The city of Charlotte has the potential to adore the Hornets franchise. This is undeniable when looking at the history. From December 1988 to November 1997, the team had 364 consecutive sellouts at the Hive, a venue with 24,040 seats, the largest for any basketball-specific arena in U.S. history. From the historic UNC, Duke, NC State, and many other successful programs to current team owner and product of North Carolina, Michael Jordan, the Hoop State loves hoops, with a capital L. But in 2002, the Hornets left and went to New Orleans. Just 2 years later, in 2004, Bob Johnson would bring another team to Charlotte in the form of the Bobcats. And the Bobcats just weren't fun. The players, the jerseys, the colors, the atmosphere at the games, all of it just wasn't good. And the fans responded how they should have. They just lost interest. Positive signs began to come after Jordan became the controlling owner. First with the return of the original name, the Hornets. Then, soon after, the game atmosphere began to improve, and in recent years, promising draft picks like P.J. Washington have given a glimmer of hope. But still, the constant mediocrity since 2004 have put the Hornets in a situation where they are constantly near the bottom regarding league attendance. On November 25th, 2019, LaMelo would prepare for a game against one of the better teams in the NBL, the Carnes Taipans. Early in the game, it became apparent that Melo had a chance to be the youngest player in league history with a triple-double, as he led his team ahead to a quick start. But the Taipans, led by Scott Machado, would storm back to have a 3-point lead in the final moments of the game. And as the time waned away, so would Melo's chance to claim a win in his first NBL triple-double. With 15 seconds left, the Taipans would miss their chance to ice the game. The Hawks would get the ball and advance it, and with 7 seconds left, Melo would catch a pass from a teammate and unleash a three from a yard behind the three-point line. Could it be? It must. And it is. The shot splashed through the bottom of the bucket. The home crowd was ecstatic. Fans rejoiced throughout the arena, all knowing that they got more than what they bargained for. No matter how the game ended, they were treated to a great and entertaining game. That, after a missed last-second shot, would roll into overtime, where Melo would hesitate on the left perimeter, freezing his defender, before driving to the basket and unleashing the coldest of slams, icing the game in a very Melo fashion. The basketball world lit up about his 32-point, 13-assist, 11-rebound triple-double, especially online, led by the LaMelo hype machine. The youngest ball from that moment on, though, was official. But why is this so important to Charlotte? Because only one NBA general manager was in attendance to see the shot, the slam, the triple-double, and the win. Charlotte Hornets, Mitch Kupchak. Almost 1 year, the beginning of one international pandemic, and one NBA bubble later, on November 18th of 2020, Melo Ball would hear his name selected on draft night. But heading into the night, no one knew what jersey he would don. This draft would feature 3 consensus premier prospects: Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, and Melo. Between the first overall Minnesota Timberwolves, second Golden State Warriors, and third Charlotte Hornets, who beat the odds at the NBA draft lottery and were just lucky to have a pick this high in the first place, there wouldn't have been any surprises because there wasn't any expectations. I mean, nobody knew what was going to happen. The first pick is in. The Minnesota Timberwolves select Anthony Edwards. Hornets fans' excitement grew. We wanted LaMelo, but what are the odds? Let's just keep our expectations low. With the second pick in the draft, the Golden State Warriors select James Wiseman. And at this moment, every Hornets fan is having the same sporadic, hopeful, and yet doubtful thoughts that you just can't help but have when you're the fan of a cursed franchise. Just no way. He's the best fit. And we're all on the hype train. MJ gave it his blessing. But no way we draft this guy. I mean, look at our history. Cody Zeller, MKG, Frank Kaminsky, Noah Vonleh, and even Adam Morrison. He doesn't fit our under-the-radar, blue-collar mold. And good things like this just don't happen for us. We lose the Anthony Davis lottery when we are the worst team of all time. I mean, maybe we'll just trade down. I mean, there's just no way we can get Melo Ball. Yet, up walks Adam Silver. And with the third pick in the NBA draft, the same position where team owner Michael Jordan was taken back in 1984,
2020 NBA
the Charlotte Hornets select LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball from Chino Hills, California.
My friend Blaze, a longtime Charlotte resident but loyal Orlando Magic fan, and I both turned towards each other with the same excitement and electricity the fans in Illawarra felt when LaMelo drained that late three to put the game into overtime. A feeling that sports fans living in Charlotte don't get too often. A lot of pressure for one young man, yes. But for this young man, it's nothing new. Do Charlotte fans want him to get the key to the franchise like Luka Doncic? Yes. Will that happen? I don't know. Next year, they'll be paying over $60 million to Terry Rozier, Cody Zeller, Gordon Hayward, and maybe still Nick Batum. And for once, that's honestly okay, because we got Melo, and Hornets fans really feel that way. In a way, we already got what we want. Attention. People care about us. Real folks will be paying attention, along with all the BBB Instagram and Twitter pages promoting us. If you checked ESPN.com the day after the draft, the lead was the Charlotte Hornets. Social media was talking about us. Hornets fans had something to care about. Local radio was excited. Yeah, there was some unease, mainly from older fans who didn't like the path of LaMelo or don't like his father, but once they get to see this guy's great personality, inspirational play, and what he does for the fan base, not just locally, but globally, they'll realize what we were fortunate enough to obtain on November 18th, 2020. So Hornets fans, this will be new. It'll be exciting. It'll be up and down. But through it all, stay mellow.
Did it by myself so you can say that I'm self-made. See the sky. So you can say that I'm self-made.
Producing the intro was Flashy Q, Q-U-E, and with the vocals on the outro was Divine Tree. You can find both these North Carolina artists on SoundCloud and Twitter.
Thank y'all. Have a good one.